Good afternoon, magical souls, and welcome to another beautiful spiritual hour. The sun is shining, everybody seems happier, so it's all good. So I have chosen to work on EFT tapping today as the main theme of what we're going to work through, because I find so many people love tapping, and it's a great pattern interrupter for those who are struggling with something. And so many have said to me, it is absolutely life-changing for them, and it can help them release help us release old limiting beliefs and emotions, upset feelings, things that hold charge or trigger for us can be released with this tapping. And it is something I think that you can practice every day. You can even do it with your children. And now I personally haven't had the best success with it because I don't do it enough. So I did it once and then didn't do it again. So I did it once and then I didn't do it again. So this is my pattern that I want to break. So I was actually thinking after today, whoever would like to join us, I'd like to do a 5-day challenge, and every day in our WhatsApp group, I'll just post, this is the kind of thing that we should be doing. And then let's see if everybody can do it. You know, we have very busy lives. So maybe you just do it and just say, yeah, I've done it, thumbs up, or that sort of thing. And I think also the reason why I want to get more interested in tapping and use it more regularly is because during the Akashic Record readings, a lot of old emotions come up from past lives, and these feelings need to be released. Okay, so what I've done traditionally, what's worked for me personally, has been guided meditations, and especially since I activated my Merkaba, the guided meditations are releasing everything for me and doing all these wonderful things. But I appreciate that guided meditations aren't for everybody, firstly. And secondly, I think that guided meditations, you need to kind of be in a certain headspace, and you need to be quite focused, and you need to be in a quiet place away from other people, and the list goes on. So EFT tapping is something I think can be used, you know, in a more, almost like if you were at an event and something happened and you felt very triggered or very emotionally charged by a situation, you could quickly go to the loo and just quickly do your tapping and recover from the situation. So it's much more quicker, easily accessed system to help. And I do talk about this system of EFT tapping in the Akashic Business, got too many products, Abundance Magic program that I teach. I go through all of that with you, so that if tapping is a good thing for you, then that's something that you can do to help you with different things. So now sometimes you know, if you also in a situation when you're at a public place, at an event, and you can't think of what to do, you can just have a very, very simple tapping sentence script that you can use, which is, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And that generally should help you take away those difficult feelings that you're experiencing. And you can just tap it out. And even when I just say that sentence, you know, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, I actually feel expanded and better. So I think it's really a lovely, lovely thing to use. And I think also, you know, sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. You know, we can have this almost a reel of negative thoughts playing in our heads that tells us we're not good enough, or we haven't done enough, or we were wrong, or we're not worthy. That's a big one that comes up in the Akashic Records all the time as well. And they just keep going on and on and on. Okay. All right. So, and I've also talked about this being a practice, because I think if you want to get results at anything, you need to do it more regularly. You know, I think we need to remind ourselves that we are enough, that we have done enough, that we are perfect.
Thank you.
I'll just mute you. Okay. Yeah, so we, and if we had to say that sentence to ourselves, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, it just feels like a great big warm hug that you're receiving just from yourself to yourself. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I've actually been referred to, had Brad, sorry, what is his name now? Sorry, Brad Yates, Brad Yates, I think his name is, there we go. Brad Yates is a very good person who has done a lot of tapping and will be very good to lead us through our journey of tapping. So I'm going to share the screen and just listen to his introduction for it first, and then we can go ahead and do some of his exercises. We'll choose which ones we want to do. Can everybody see the screen okay there? Yes, okay, that's good. Okay, let me press play.
Now, there's a lot of information out there on the web about the history and science of emotional freedom techniques, also known as EFT or tapping. And this is just intended as a quick introduction to help you get started. Maybe you've never heard of EFT before, or maybe all that you've heard is that it's this very weird process where people tap on their face. And admittedly, it looks a little strange, but there's a growing body of research showing what a lot of us have known for a long time. It works. It's a very powerful tool for clearing out fear and other uncomfortable feelings. And we want to clear that stuff out. You know, fear limits our experience of health, wealth, and happiness. It also stops us from taking action where we could contribute to the world, where we could make a difference. You have greatness inside of you, and clearing the fear can help you share that. So thanks for doing that. So EFT is based on acupuncture. For thousands of years in Chinese medicine, they've said there's a flow of energy through the body along pathways called meridians. And when this energy is flowing correctly, we experience our natural state of health and well-being. When it gets stuck or disturbed in some way, then we don't feel so good. We experience emotional discomfort, physical illness, disease. So we want to clear that stuff out. And stimulating key points along these meridians balances that energy out again. So in acupuncture, they stimulate those points with needles, with tapping, or tapping with our fingers. Now, we also have modern research that also shows that stimulating these meridian points also greatly reduces the levels of cortisol in the body. Cortisol is the stress hormone that gets released from the brain when we're in a place of fear. So it's a good thing to clear that stuff out. All kinds of uncomfortable things can happen when cortisol is released into the body and isn't dealt with. So tapping deals with that. Cortisol clears it out and we start to feel good again. And that's what we all want. We want to feel good. So we're going to go through and I'm going to show you a quick round of tapping here. When I do the tapping normally, I'll use a lot of different words to bring up different feelings. I'm going to show you the very basic EFT where we repeat the same word over and over. I'm also going to say, as I do in all my videos, you must take full responsibility for your own well-being. It's because with the tapping, it's often like peeling the layers of an onion. Stuff can come up, so if you've been suppressing some emotions, if you're under a doctor's care, if you're seeing a therapist, or maybe suspect that you should be, then you might want to consult someone or at least have someone with you to support you before doing so. Very rare that happens, but and as we go through, if uncomfortable feelings come up, they're going to get cleared as we keep tapping. So you can tap the same places that I tap, and you can tap with 2 fingers. You can tap with both hands on either side of the body as we go through these points. You can tap with one hand on either side. It's okay. The meridians run up and down both sides of the body. What I'd like you to do first is close your eyes, take a deep breath. And just rate how much stress you might be feeling at the moment. Rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. Stress is how we often experience fear. You might notice different feelings in your body. You might just notice that your breathing is constricted. And then do what I do. Repeat the words that I say, where you tap, where I tap. Even though I have this stress, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I have this stress, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I have this stress, I choose to love and accept myself. This stress, 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 this stress. Take another deep breath. Now rate your level of stress again on a level of 0 to 10. Hopefully it's come down. Maybe it may take a few more rounds. Maybe it will take addressing the things specifically. But that's your very basic introduction to EFT, and we'll move on from here to use this tool in your quest to become fearless.
Wow, okay. So for the next one, who would like to choose? Moira, you were on the call first. Would you like to choose which one to do? So he's got a few here: resistance to setting goals, tapping into your beach bank account. That's a money tapping session. Yeah, that one. Okay, let's do that one. Let's go in and do that.
So it's that time of year when people are talking about your beach body, you know, and there's fitness programs saying, hey, let us help you work off those holiday pounds. You're ready to hit the beach. But what about your beach bank account? You know, having that amount of money so that you can afford to go to exotic beaches and pay for the drinks with the little umbrellas, or at least be able to sit on the beach and enjoy the beauty of the ocean without worrying about your bills. So instead of talking about physical fitness, we're talking about financial fitness. Hey, I'm Brad Yates, and for over 20 years, I've been helping people feel better, do better, and live better, primarily through the use of this process called EFT, or tapping. If you're not familiar with it, I'll talk about that in a moment. But the basic idea is that to the extent to which we're not experiencing what we say we want, including the amount of money we'd like to have, is the extent to which we're resisting it. And we want to clear that resistance. So whether you're new to EFT or you've been watching my videos for years, I hope you'll join me on June 25th for a special webinar about getting your beach bank account, clearing out those beliefs and those limiting thoughts that stop you from doing what you can do to be able to have real financial fitness and feel good about your money and how much you have and how you use it and all that good stuff. So click the link below to register for this free program, and I look forward to seeing you there. Now, if you are new to EFT, basically it's a process based on acupuncture. So for thousands of years in Chinese medicine, they've said there's a flow of...
Sorry, Moira, I thought this was the actual one that he was doing. I didn't listen to the whole thing all the way through. So let me just double check what that is. So
if not, then the anxiety one's good. Or yeah, anxiety one's quite good. Or raise your vibration. We can take a vote.
okay.
If
Yeah,
that one doesn't.
well, I think we've got time to do all of them actually.
Oh, cool.
So let's do, and he's got a money quickie here as well. So
Oh,
let's
brilliant.
those.
All of them sounds excellent.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get started.
Okay, so let's be clear that anxiety, the term, is a DSM-4 term, and I am not a licensed therapist, so I'm not licensed to treat anxiety. So that's the disclosure. However, I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to do some tapping, and if that helps, great. I hope it will. So taking full responsibility for your own well-being. Even though I feel anxious, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I feel anxious, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I feel anxious around others, sometimes I feel anxious all by myself. I'd really rather feel good And even though I feel so anxious, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself and anyone else who may contribute to my anxiety. All this anxiety, all this anxiety, all these anxious feelings, all this nervousness, all these anxious behaviors, all this anxiousness. I choose to clear it as much as I can. I choose to let go of this anxiety. I choose to let go of this nervousness. I choose to let go of all this discomfort. I feel so uncomfortable at times. I feel so uncomfortable in different situations. I just want to escape. It feels like it's too much for me. I just can't stand being there. I am so anxious. I am so uncomfortable. And I choose to release this feeling. I choose to release it at a cellular level. I choose to release it all the way back through my past. Back through all the times that I've been anxious. All those times when I just didn't know what to do with myself. And I appreciate that part of me that's trying to take care of me by telling me to run away. That's just some part of me that doesn't feel safe. That feels that I'm in a threatening situation. And I need to escape. So what is it that I'm afraid of? What am I so afraid of? Am I afraid of other people? Am I afraid of what they think of me? Am I afraid of what they'll say or do to me? And what am I basing that fear on? And maybe part of me says, oh, I've got some very legitimate stuff to base it on. I have some real evidence that I am not safe. And I'm choosing to go through that evidence and clear whatever I can. And that doesn't mean I'll become stupid. It doesn't mean I'll take stupid risks. I'm just allowing myself to clear up any misunderstandings. Maybe with some of these past events, It wasn't nearly as threatening as I thought it was. And maybe it was. But I'm not in the same kind of danger anymore. Part of me is just making certain. And that's okay. I'm not wrong or bad. I just choose to see if I'm unnecessarily depriving myself. No one says I have to hang out with other people. But maybe I choose to. I choose to connect with others. So I'm letting go of this anxiety. I'm letting go of this fear. Letting go of any past embarrassment. Letting go of any guilt or shame. Letting go of this discomfort. I deserve to be here. I have a right to be here. And I'm awesome. And I am a gift to others. I choose to feel confident sharing that gift. I choose to have the freedom to share that gift. And it's safe to share that gift. I choose to feel comfortable and confident. Comfortable and confident. I'll try to say it at the same time. I choose to feel calm and confident. In body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. And use tapping as necessary to clear that stuff out. It's just old things that you've learned about how to take care of yourself, and just looking to see if it's outdated and letting that go. Thanks, because then you're out there sharing yourself with all of us, and we appreciate that.
Well done, everyone. That felt quite good, I have to say. Better than I was expecting. Okay, should we go into the money quickie? Is everybody happy with doing that one? Money magnet quickie. Or did you want to choose one, Fiona?
You choose, Catherine.
Oh, okay, let's do the money one. Okay.
There is a better way to make money with Amazon than selling physical products. Introducing.
So here's a quick one on attracting even more money to yourself, taking full responsibility for your own well-being. I am attracting more and more money, and I choose to love and accept myself. I am attracting more and more money, and I choose to love and honor myself. I am attracting more and more money. I choose to be an even stronger money magnet. I choose to be irresistible to money. I am attracting more and more money. And I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And anyone else who might be involved. I'm attracting more and more money. I'm allowing myself to attract more money. I'm letting myself know that it's okay for more money to show up in my life. I choose to be really comfortable with money. I choose to feel really good about money. Such that money finds me irresistible. And it comes looking for me. And I welcome it with open arms. And I'm becoming more and more okay with that. Clearing any reasons why it's not okay to attract more money. Allowing myself to feel good about being a money magnet. And I'm getting better and better at how I use money. I'm using money in really good ways. I'm becoming a better steward of my money. Making really good choices about how I spend it and how I save it. Clearing any reason why I can't be an excellent money manager. So that it becomes better and better for me to attract money. I'm allowing myself to attract more money. Becoming a super strong money magnet. And allowing myself to feel really good about that. In body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. And allow yourself to attract more and more money for the highest good of all concerned. Thanks.
Okay, well done, everyone. So let's look at the raising your vibration work.
For those looking for an additional income stream online in these tough times, well, I'd suggest forgetting about.
So one of the best things you can do first thing in the morning is to raise your vibration. Some people do this with a shot of espresso, and that's fine, but let's see if we can do that in a more energetic way, a more natural way. So taking full responsibility for your own well-being. I choose to raise my vibration. And I choose to really love and accept myself. I choose to raise my vibration. And I choose to really love and honor myself. I choose to raise my vibration. I choose to feel really good. I choose to be buzzing with energy. Like I just had a quadruple shot of espresso. But without any of the negative side effects. I choose to really raise my vibration. And I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe everybody else too. Because that amount of love would really raise my vibration. I'm raising my vibration. I choose to be buzzing with energy. I choose to feel really good. I choose to feel so energized because I've got things to do today. And I'm finding the energy to do them. I'm finding the energy to do them really well. As effectively as possible. As efficiently as possible. I'm getting things done. And I choose to feel really good in the process. Clearing whatever might bring me down. Clearing the fears and doubts that slow me down. Releasing those from my system. And finding even more energy. Everything is energy. I am completely made up of energy. I'm raising my vibration. Feeling this energy in every fiber of my being. Knowing that I can do great things. Giving myself the freedom to do great things. And giving myself the freedom to just feel great. And I really deserve that. In body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Go get them.
How was that for everyone? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, good, Pravina. So there was a couple of things that I found interesting. The places of the body and the face where he taps was interesting. And also the fact that on the one, I think it was the anxiety one, he talks about a lot of negative stuff. He says, like, I'm deeply anxious. And it felt to me like I was tapping that into me. Not so much with him, but other times when people have put the negative stuff on first, that's made me feel very uncomfortable, like I'm tapping negative stuff into my existence. But when it comes to saying the positive things, my body feels different, and I'm quite happy to say I release negativity or put it in that way. But I don't really like the way that people do that negative thing. Yes.
Do you think we should not do that then? Do you think, because I felt the same actually, I almost felt like I was manifesting all those things.
Yeah.
So do you think, I mean, is that part of the science behind it, where you have to say those and then you're almost like, is that part of the process, or should we remix it a little bit?
I'm happy to rewrite that script, because in the other ones he didn't do that. It was only in the anxiety and fear one that he tapped that in. And I felt that, like you say, Pravina, I felt it before when other people have been talking about tapping. I think, are you crazy? Why would I tap that into my vibration? And maybe I'm just super sensitive, and it works for other people to talk about the negativity first and then clear it. But it felt very uncomfortable for me. So I'm going to rewrite that one for myself, and I'll put it in the WhatsApp group, because I think you missed that little bit that I was saying earlier today, Pravina. What I'm going to do is a 5-day challenge, so that gets us doing it every day for 5 days. In the WhatsApp group, I'll say, right, today we're doing this one. I'll write out the script for it and put it in, or maybe I'll just do a video of myself doing it. That'll force me to get it done. Put it in there, right? Yeah.
And when he was sort of like tapping,
yes.
I was trying to work out which hand he was using, because obviously he's sitting the other way around. So then when I saw him going like that, I actually did it like that, because that would have been his left hand that looked like it was the other way, basically. But does it matter which side?
No.
Okay.
So if you rewatch this video recording, you'll see that in the beginning I do an intro one from him saying it doesn't matter if you use both hands or Eddie's. It's only important that you do what he's doing. So or if you want to do both hands, you can. both sides if you really want to.
Oh, okay, fine.
No problem. Yeah, good. Any other questions, anybody? I hope I can answer them. No questions. Yes, Moira.
No questions, just I feel really chilled now.
Yeah.
I feel awesome because I've done EFT many years ago and I kept thinking recently I must get back into EFT. And I think this is quite a nice thing for kids, men to do. So you're not being therapied, you're actually kind of just working on your meridians and everything, clearing them. It's quite a science-based kind of one. I think it's quite
less woo-woo.
Yeah, very much more palatable for our partners and people that are not into, you know, what we're into necessarily so much yet.
And also he says it's based on the Chinese acupuncture system. So Chinese people have been using that for millions of years. So it's got a lot of science behind it that will make men feel a little bit more comfortable about doing this process. So
Definitely. And it's something you can take wherever you are. And once you're used to it, then that can work. And with the anxiety one, a bit similar to you, I wasn't necessarily feeling really anxious, but I was thinking, God, if I was feeling really anxious right now, I'd be like at the top 10 of anxiety. But I was thinking, actually, if someone, so I know someone in my family or a couple of people in my family, when they do get really anxious, maybe they do need to go to that level with it to then release it, even though I wasn't feeling that at the time. That's kind of what I felt when I was doing that one. But it'd be interesting to see the one that you do, because I wouldn't want someone to get to level 10 anxiety if they're about to have an anxiety attack. That's the last thing you'd want for them, isn't it?
it's the last thing I'd want.
That's the last thing any of us want or need.
I did have a really difficult client coming in yesterday and today. So when he checked where my stress levels were, I thought, gosh, I'm at least a 7 or an 8. And I think I normally operate at around about a 6 or a 5 when I'm focused, working, spinning all my plates. And you need a kind of level of, energy going forward, or, concentration and focus. And you can call it anxiety in some ways, because I'm constantly thinking, okay, I better do that for that client and this person needs that. So it's an anxiousness that's a good, probably healthy anxiousness. But today I was right up at 7 or 8, which is interesting. And then straight afterwards, I thought, oh, I'm so relaxed. How am I going to carry on with the rest of this hour talking to everyone? But I felt okay enough to carry on, but too relaxed.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely feel a lot more right. So it's something interesting that you're saying about the anxiety, but I was speaking to my brother the other day and he was saying it's what you're calling anxiety can also be adrenaline. And when people aren't working, when people retire, or when people have illnesses or something like that, it cuts off the adrenaline, and then they can start getting illnesses because they're not functioning at that kind of level of adrenaline that we kind of need to be at. So it is a good thing as well, just not too much, not all the time.
There's an app called Tapping Solutions. I don't know how good it is. I've only just installed it, and I think I'm pretty sure it's free, or a portion of it is. But yeah, that's on tapping as well, and it teaches stuff on there.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you.
I'll look that up. Tapping Solutions. That sounds really good. Thanks for sharing that, Pravina. Very, very good. Yeah. And what about you, Pravina? Have you had experience in the past with tapping? How's it worked for you? Has it worked for you?
No, I haven't. I've sort of, I might have, no, it's not tapping actually, but I once watched this YouTube video on like positions in the hand, and I think, I don't know what it's called, but when you press certain places, it links to certain parts of your body. Yeah. And I tried to, I looked into it for someone who was having like really bad migraines. So that's the closest I've come to it. But I think it's like the chi points or something like that. There is something in that as well, because we're all interlinked, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I think.
And you're right. People, I press there if you're experiencing pain or something, then you press there.
Yeah, like that.
Then no longer the pain disappears. And then they do that on your feet as well as reflexology, because certain parts of your feet are connected to different organs as well. So same, but obviously your hands. And kinesiology, I don't know if anybody of you have experienced that. That also works on your meridians. Oh, and Moira's put in the chat to say acupressure. It might be acupressure points. Is that what you call it? Yeah. Acupressure points on your body. You can do them in your hands, or reset, because I'm very allergic to gluten, I had somebody reset my meridians all over my body through kinesiology. And I was so badly allergic that I couldn't be in the same places as wheat, or, you know, if I just walked past a coffee shop that was selling, you know, wheat-based products like cakes and things, I would have a weak reaction. So she reset me so that now I could make you a sandwich. I couldn't eat it, but I could make it for you and I'd be okay. Whereas before I couldn't even do that. So I do know that this stuff does work. And it's just a very, very interesting subject. Okay, so anything from you, Fiona? Have you done EFT tapping before? Does it work for you?
I did try it before. I have tried it before.
Yes.
I felt a bit like you, really. It never really. If I don't get instant something from it, there's so much out there, isn't there? Then I think I'll just wander off to something else. And I didn't like that. I have never liked that bit when they put it's the negative first, and then you're trying to put in the positive. So for me, that is like, oh no, why would I want to do that for? So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I definitely found that the meditations were instant for me. As soon as I do a meditation, I get an instant reaction. So that's why I went down that route specifically. But I am keen to explore different things, and definitely want to know what I'm talking about when people come to me for Akashic record readings, and I can then talk them through EFT if that's what the guide suggests. Yeah, if that's what the guide suggests. So okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead with the 5-day challenge to see if you can all do it with me. I will post every day a tapping around a different subject and see how we get on, and then take it from there. And then to close today's meeting, what I'd like to do actually from now on is do a prayer for somebody, a group kind of prayer for anyone who's struggling with something. Like we had that one in the WhatsApp group for Amy, and I'm going to suggest that we do that one for Amy today. And then I'm going to put in the WhatsApp group if anybody wants us to do a group healing prayer for them. They don't have to say what it's about. They just need to say, I need some healing, it's a physical thing, or I need some healing, it's an emotional thing. And then I'll put together some prayers so that at the end of each spiritual hour, we do a group prayer for someone and just help them with their, whatever it is, just moving forward. Because I know prayers work, and I know it works if you just do it by yourself, but boy, oh boy, does it work when you do it in a group. It just changes the whole level of everything. So for going forward, so if we had to do a prayer for people in Ukraine, we could do a mass prayer for them, and things like that. So if everybody thinks that's a good idea, they can stay on and we'll do the prayers, if that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and relax. And I'm going to start the way I always start, by feeling the earth beneath our feet and the chair at our back. Let's just breathe in for a moment those beautiful high vibrational energies from the crystals at the center of the earth. Let's just breathe that in. Let's breathe that into the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. And let's breathe that in again, and then let's focus this time on the beautiful messages from Mother Earth. Listen to how she loves us unconditionally and how she wishes to nurture and support us every day. Let's breathe that into the count of 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Okay, let's breathe in now as we go up, 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 and we find the energy of the sun behind the sun, and invite that energy to come down, down, down into each and every one of our chakras. Let's breathe that into the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Well done. Just notice how the energy from the earth meets the energy from the sky and how they meld together inside each and every one of our chakras, just lighting them up like big, bright, beautiful stars. We're going to breathe that energy in again as we count to 10. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Well done, everyone. I feel very, very relaxed now, and you can just keep your eyes closed for a moment while I read out the prayers. I call upon Archangel Michael to clear away any and all entity energies or interference with ourselves and our divine plan. We ask that any hooks, strains, or other attempts to stand in the way of us fulfilling our mission to be cleared. We ask that the Elohim of the Golden Ray step in and assist us in releasing any and all attachments to us. And we ask that these energies be escorted to a place of evolution and dissolution for ourselves and for the lovely Amy. We ask that further that Amy receives all the high vibrational love that she needs. We are also going to call upon Archangel Jophiel and now request that you send your yellow ray of illumination into Amy Rose's energy fields and systems to release and remove all dark, negative, and evil entities so she can unchain herself from dark forces and be reborn into the light. Amen. Gosh, that felt incredibly powerful, everyone. I actually feel a bit spacey having done that clearing with you both, with you all. So thank you very, very much for doing that. And yeah, so we've done a little bit of a clearing for ourselves as well in that prayer, and then a special message for Amy. And then in future, if you want to message me privately, and I'll just have a list of names that I'll read out towards the end of each spiritual hour, we can do a little prayer for them, and yeah, just move on living a more spiritual, uplifted life together. Okay. Well done, everyone. I'm quite spaced out. I'm going to go and recover and take some time, drink some water, and I hope you guys all do. And I will see you soon. Okay, take care. Bye. Bye.